Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're watching Battlestar Galactica. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we are watching episode 2 of season 4 of Battlestar Galactica. This is part 2. To be continued. I don't even know what the last episode's title name was. So I don't know if it's part 1, part 2, but definitely it was a to be continued. And I knew I was probably going to watch 2 episodes today, so it didn't hit me like it normally does. It's when I know I'm not gonna be able to watch for a couple days that I'm just like, you just ripped my soul out of my body. That's not nice. That's not nice. Kind of like when they had Ty shoot Adama in the face. That's not nice. That's just not nice. And how they ended the last episode with Starbuck having her gun raised to the president. Do I think the president might be hallucinating? Yes, because Kamala. But also I think I was like, is that a smoke bomb? And Starbuck walking through the door with smoke billowing behind her. Definitely. It would kind of give like an interesting entrance for the president to see. But I do think because, the president yelled at Admiral Adama about having a feeling when she was in CIC, like yelled at him and then was just kind of like barking orders at him. And I was like, okay, girl. And then, we later find out that, she has cancer. Not to say that one excuses the other, but it does make more sense why she was a little bit off. And then, Starbucks saying like, I have a feeling. I have this feeling. He's like, you want me to go to the president and tell her you have a feeling? Yes. Women's intuition. Like, I'm telling you, you men out there, if you just listen to us when we say that we have a gut feeling or like something is hitting us intuitively, like we know these things, we can feel it. We feel shifts in energy and changes in atmosphere around us. Like we know, we are the weather vanes for shitstorms a coming. Like we know. So yeah, Starbuck is definitely not a Cylon. I think that we have pretty much proven that she is not one of the final 5, because I do believe Gaius's Cylon detector worked, even though like Ty is just like, well, it didn't detect Boomer. We know that. I don't know if they ever went back and like looked at his log or anything, but we know that it worked. So if nothing that Not Coddle normally looks for was giving off any alarm bells about Starbuck, I believe that she's not a Cylon, which just means that there's one more out there. Oh, it'll be interesting to find out who. Now, obviously, we have Lee being offered his job back, and he's like, I'm good. I kind of like feel like when you're frustrated with something or something has to change, that when you allow it to change, and it doesn't mean that like the people around you could be like, you could be at the point where you're like, I love you so much, but this isn't working anymore. And that could be whether it's a relationship, it's your family, it's at work. It could just be like, I don't know, a poker group you meet up with. It doesn't mean the people are bad. It's just the situation has to change because there's a frustration there. And I think Lee having a life of his own, standing on his own 2 feet, not in his daddy's shadow, not being told by his dad what to do, not having these personal relationships drive a lot of drama in his life. I think it's a smart idea for Lee to not be there. And I think the Admiral knew that. And I think, while Lee said he got rid of him for the wrong reason, I don't believe that to be true. I think your father calling you a liar and a coward and saying you don't have any integrity, is one thing, but having the admiral of the fleet do it as well, I don't know how you serve under him anymore. So I get the leaving of the pin and moving on 100%. And I think that's the best thing for Lee. I think it's the best thing for Admiral Adama. I think working with his son, it creates this drama and this tension that you just don't need. It's not necessary. Now, Lee is a great fighter. Do I think that we're done seeing him in the cockpit of a Viper? Fuck no. I definitely think we're going to see more of that. So we'll see how that unfolds. But I definitely think that like Starbuck being back is kind of like the starting point for healing. nobody wanted to take her picture down because nobody knows what to think or believe. It's not that they're like, she's a Cylon, keep that shit up. But like, she took it a little personal. I don't blame her. She's like, why am I on the death wall? Like, can I come down now? But she shouldn't take it personal. So I am excited to see what's happening with Gaius, because he healed a kid. He shaved, which was, I've been waiting for that for like a couple seasons, because I'm like, can someone cut his hair and like maybe, I don't know, let's just clean him up a little bit. And now he looks less Jesus-like, and that makes me feel a little bit better. But you know, where does he go from here? And now that he has this support, will it just grow after people find out about Derek? Will Rosalind believe Starbuck? I think so. I think that she might actually go and talk to Six about it, which is really stinking interesting. And the fact that like Six knows that the final five are close, but like Athena didn't realize that Anders and Chief are Cylons is interesting. The fact that the Cylons know that there's a Cylon that's in the fleet, I don't know why they would make them jump away. It would just make them not want to kill. So I don't know if they know that the final five are special, and like when they get to Earth, like something will happen with them. I don't know. So there's still a lot of question marks hanging out there, but the ultimate one is Rosalind going to get shot in the face? No, I don't think so. Is she hallucinating it? Yes. But like, she needs to hallucinate better. I need more imagination out of her. Like, like a unicorn galloping in the background, very cartoon-like, some like, like wispy clouds and little fairies and all that. Like, that's a correct hallucination. I think she's being shown a vision sometimes. So there definitely is a strong difference between hallucinations and visions. Kamala driven and near death driven, so the gods are sending you a message. I don't know. But that's my main focus going into this episode. So guys, let's get into it. Six of one? The fuck does that mean? I like this new opening. Really showcasing all the Cylons. It's 6 of 1 and 1 will be revealed. Interesting.
Goddess of the Dawn.
I thought that it would be a nice figurehead for your model ship. A fresh start.
Oh yeah, everybody telling me about the model ship and how much that cost when it got smashed. Woo! Oh, it's such a good, juicy scene.
Look alive, and for frack's sake, don't shoot the goddamn president. Just let me
Very
talk.
smart idea.
Talk all
Yes.
you want, but it ends with the first bang.
You let Hilo talk.
Starbuck's got the president.
Gator, take the comm.
She got everybody's attention. Good for her.
Move. Move!
Yeah, I'd be afraid too. I don't know how actors, like... I mean, it's probably real fear having a gun pointed right at your face. I'd be freaking out left and right. Why do you have a gun on her? What do you think she's gonna do? Shoot you?
I hate you so much. So much.
Wow.
I trusted you. On a vision. That's it. A vision.
Good way to sell it, I guess? Or bad way to sell it?
Shoot me.
Please don't.
If you think I'm a Cylon, then I'm your enemy.
Shoot your enemy.
That'll work.
Shoot me! If I'm a Cylon, shoot me!
They made you perfect, didn't they?
Oh! Oh. Maybe she's a bad shot.
What the fuck's going on? I thought you were on the move. We were. She's out of her fracking mind.
No, she's not.
Get off me! Get off!
This is ridiculous.
Stop looking at me like that! I can feel it slipping away.
Get her out of here. Yes, sir. Let's go.
You better work on your aim, because I'm not gonna stop.
Whoa.
You're gonna have to kill me. One more jump, it'll be gone.
Oh, great acting by Katie. I mean, she's right though. Like the president had a dream and then she hallucinated and she saw snakes and all that, and people still were like, "Yeah, okay." Starbuck was like, "I believe you. I'll go to Caprica."
Yes, yes, and merrily we go. Reduce atmospheric nitrogen by 0.03%. It is not much consolation that society will pick up the bits. They will not harm their own. Data font synchronization.
The hybrid is
What does that even
telling us
mean?
something.
Yeah.
Hybrid is always telling us something. They're supposed to maintain operations on each ship, not vomit metaphysics.
Cavil.
They're in the colonial fleet. With the humans.
They who?
Final five.
The Raiders refuse to fight.
That look.
Something has changed.
Oh, it's a change. Yes, they changed. The Raiders changed. And unlike us, they can't correct themselves. So we're going to have to do it for them.
Or they don't
Do
have
what?
emotions to get in the way.
We'll reconfigure their neural architecture and shave down their heuristic responses.
Dumb them down, lobotomize them?
Yep.
They're tools, not pets.
But in any case, it has to be done.
Isn't that how the humans said the original Cylons?
The Raiders are part of that in the final
Are
five.
anywhere but with the humans.
Cavil. It's funny that he was like pretending to be a priest when he has no faith.
And the four of us heard the music and sought each other out. She hasn't. We're still missing one.
Mm-hmm.
Baltar.
No.
Not Baltar, but he might know something.
Uh-huh.
He's got those one god nutcases believing he's some kind of healer. He brought some boy out from a coma.
Maybe he knows
I love
who
guys.
the fifth is.
Maybe? I doubt
Maybe
it.
he knows who we are.
And we gotta get in close and find out.
Yeah, how do you do that without revealing yourselves?
Well, he has accomplished the two things. Lying in a cell and lying in a woman. He'd poke a skin job. He racked up a 6, that's a given.
There is no way.
I'm sure he'd recognize Tori. Oh boy. Gonna get a mean lecture. Piercing blue eyes. Don't be so mean to her. God, he gives me
Too
anxiety.
stupid to figure out you just screwed over the one ally you had. You didn't have the guts to hold on.
You didn't give her any hope to hold on.
You're the president's wet nurse. You were the one who doesn't have the guts.
Oh! Oh! Holy shit! Holy shit!
Nice to know you still care, Admiral.
We're going the wrong way!
Yeah, I don't think picking at him was a good way to get him to do what you need him to do.
The 4s and the 5s have joined us ones. They voted to reconfigure the Raiders.
Gee, what a surprise.
1 of 6. He's the 1 of the 6? Or, trying to do the math. It's not working.
But you were right. And I'm machine enough to admit that I was wrong. I'll just say that this 8 has voted to reconfigure.
What?
Shocked. I was shocked too.
No one has ever voted against their model. No one. Is this true?
Today's a
We
new
have to be able
day.
to defend ourselves.
This is wrong. She can't.
She can.
Mechanized copies. Those are your very words.
Something has changed. Those are your very words, and I wholeheartedly agree.
Raiders are sentient. You're not God.
I'm a mechanic. The Raiders were designed to do a specific job. They stopped doing it. I'm fixing that.
They didn't stop doing it. Something changed. Oh my gosh. Strip whatever game they play. And say, I guess they can't do this in the bar. What is happening?
Hey, we say goodbye. You're the best damn jock you pig-ass cones will ever hope to see.
Oh, shut up.
Major? Let's go. Come on. Come on!
I have a drink.
Let's do this. Come on now.
So it's a retirement party.
To Galactica! To the men and women of Galactica! To the Admiral.
I can't do much more coffee. It's gonna make me sick. It's a lot of mushroom coffee. Good grief.
To absent friends.
Needed a reminder. Did you fix it? He smashed that thing to shit. The fact that that was a very expensive antique. Oops. Oh, LG.
Oh, that's very sweet.
Oh boy. What you doing, Gaius? He knows who she is. Not Cylon, but...
You're spying on me, Tori. I've seen you here.
All right, I have been spying on you.
Well, it's lucky I was sitting down, isn't it? Oh, come on, be nice. What's it going to cost you? Oh, my God. Oh, my giddy aunt.
He's got a head, Gaius!
Gaius. If she's not lying, she really could be a wonderful source of information. Try and forget me for a moment.
No, I love
That's
it.
what she's doing here. I am talking to you. Why did you come here?
Maybe it was a mistake.
Hell, maybe.
God has chosen me to sing his song.
A song.
Music. Did you say music? It's like the dissonant chaos of an orchestra tuning up. And all of those notes.
That's great. That's great.
I really shouldn't be seen here.
Who the frack are you? I'm supposed to be impressed. I mean, you're me. Obviously, you're me, so unless you're not me. Huh?
Of course it's you. He's just in your head.
Six.
He's your head.
Is it you, Six?
Oh,
In disguise. And why would she need to disguise herself from you?
that body language was amazing.
You like her, don't you?
Yeah, well, you know, she's a sexy lady.
Yeah, yeah.
Hot.
You slay me, you really do, guys. She's more than all these things. She's special. And you feel it.
Yeah,
Fragile. Handle with care.
Oh, I'd love to.
I bet. Oh my god, 2 Gaiuses in one scene is just, it's too many. It's like if they were Cylons.
What do we do now? Put her on trial? Find Roma Lampkin? Take
Yes,
her show
please.
a hand?
You gonna keep waltzing, or you gonna sit down and talk?
What's going on?
The avoidance stance. I love how she just calls him out. He likes to take orders from people who are higher above him.
What if she was meant to help us? And this was
A miracle?
A sign. He could barely
Is that what you
swallow.
want to call this? Go ahead, say it. Grab your piece of the golden arrow. I want to hear Admiral Atheist say that a miracle happened.
You shot at her and you missed at close range.
Oh gosh.
Relax and cracks with your aim.
So does doubt.
Wow. Wow.
I am not going to trust her with the fate of this fleet.
That's a mistake.
You are so buckled up inside. Your son's leaving. Me, I know it.
No one's going anywhere.
It's a great conversation. Everybody's leaving. You have to face it.
You would rather be wrong about her and face your own demise than risk losing her again.
I don't know. Beating her ass to the ground is kind of a good way to lose somebody.
You can stay in the room, but get out of my head.
Those two together, man. Eddie and Mary, they put on performances.
You're afraid that you may not be the dying leader you thought you were.
Oh.
Or that your death may be as meaningless as everyone else's.
Harsh words. Wow. Oh. Oh, are you her lawyer?
For the vacant quorum spot, so.
Oh, whoa.
Here's Eric's wingman.
All right. You know, stow it, okay? I've heard it all before.
Lee?
I believe you.
The vulnerability there was nice. Still uncomfortable with them kissing.
Attention to orders. In recognition of honorable, loyal, and faithful service, Madam President, Major Lee O'Donnell. Salute!
Oh, cheekbones number one. We'll say a lot of military stuff bothers me, but it's this stuff that just like makes me just beam with pride. Just so happy. Look at Celix in her uniform.
Well, looks like you got the house. I'll miss you.
Oh, what a sweet moment. Oh.
For the last time, will you stop lobotomizing the Raiders?
For the last time, no.
I was afraid you'd say that.
Uh-oh.
Come in.
Ooh, what do they got here? Oh!
Centaurians can't vote, Six.
Oh, they're not here to vote, Capital.
Are we gonna box some of those models? Whew, that took my breath away. Didn't expect that.
I'm not hurting you.
So she didn't lay down on her back for a guy. I said, okay.
What's wrong?
She's crying.
What do you mean nothing? You're crying.
Yeah.
You should be thankful. You have an abundance of feeling.
Oh. I'm gonna say that next time I cry during something.
I guess.
Probably just upset that she's also a silent.
Well, I don't know about that.
One, I thought she was here willingly. Two, the tears are definitely not something she does during sex. She's definitely trying to grapple with being a Cylon.
I said leave.
You're lobotomizing their friends. Frack you. Bullet box.
The telencephalic inhibitor that restricts higher functions, we had them removed.
Say what?
You dumbed down the Raiders. We gave the Centurions the gift of reason.
You have no authority to do this. None. You can't do anything without a vote.
No, we can't do anything with one, so we're finished voting.
Whoa.
Oh no.
Oh, yes. Oh. Oh my God. They're attacking their own. They won't attack their own. Was the hybrid talking about the Centurions? Like that they would defend the Raiders? All right, boys. All right. I know that was hard for you, but I enjoyed it.
Execute jump.
To the nebula? To the nebula?
Go back!
Hasn't she been through enough? Like, seriously, hasn't she been through enough? You gonna send her on a ship? By herself?
You're making a mistake.
Maybe I am. But I can't take the chance that you're right and not do something about it.
Give her that damn ship! She gets secret missions. Caprica, now this.
I'm giving you a ship. Hope you can stand the smell.
Liberated the Demetrius. You'd say sewage recycling ship.
She got a shit ship.
I'm tired of turning away from the things that I want to believe in. And I believe you when you say that you'll die before you stop trying. And I won't lose you again.
We were pushing her away enough. Admiral Adama, man of taking the long road to get to the point. He fights it so much. So is Hilo going with her? Because does that mean Athena would go? Damn it! Just needed one more scene. Yeah, you know, I get like really tired of like I said, Adama like taking the long road. Like he seems to work harder instead of smarter. Now, obviously, we want to believe Starbuck because she's like, I found Earth. Here's photos. And I get that they could think that it's a Cylon ambush, but at the same time, they have Cylons in their midst. Like they have Athena with them. They have 6. So they know not all Cylons are bad. So even if Starbuck was sent there by the Cylons, you know, like, Starbuck. You know Starbuck. I'm just saying. Okay, so Starbuck has her own crew on a space shit ship. It's like the one no one wants, so they're just like, oh, it disappeared? Rats. I'm glad that they're sending her to go find Earth. I really wish they hadn't jumped first, because she said, like, if we jump again, I'll lose it. So I really don't know how they're gonna find it. Like, that kind of, I don't know if that was. It seems like a odd thing to do. It's like, you know what we're gonna do? Jump. Make her sad that, like, she said one more jump and I'll lose it. And then it's like, well, now go find it with a ship. You sent her out when her feelers were gone. Like, come on. But man, what a couple great scenes. Starbuck with the president, fantastic. She's right. Like, she went on a vision. Like, she believed in the president's vision. And the president all of a sudden isn't that way. Like, it's a little hypocritical when you won't do it for somebody else that did it for you, right? Like, nah, I don't believe you. You're a Cylon. You could be a Cylon, Madam President. Probably not. She probably wouldn't get cancer. Don't know who that last one is. The conversation that he had with the president, that Admiral Adama had with the president, oh my God, what an acting class. Every time mom and dad are together, it is just like the most wonderful scene of just small things that just make their performance so good. And Mary McDonald, like, she's just amazing. So is Eddie, but like, they're both just so good together. And I enjoy their performances so much. And I find myself when they're having those conversations, sometimes they're very contrarian to each other. Sometimes they're on each other's side, but they'll point out flaws in the thought process. And I like that. That's like really good communication in a relationship. Now, in this case, the president's just like, sit down, say what you got to say. I love that about her. I love no muss, no fuss. Just put it out there. Worry about my feelings later. Just don't say it mean. You know what I mean? And I appreciate that about her. And I think he needed that, but also like, he's very much, like I said, like a military man. So like he takes orders, and like, I think he doesn't open up unless he's told to. And who better than the president? But great scenes. And like to like see him not only be like open with her, but then kind of give it back to her a little bit and show that he's struggling with the choice and the decision that he's made. Now, here's my thing. Like, after all that Starbuck has been through, we're still not going to believe her or even investigate it. Like, just go back to the nebula. If she has feelers, been like, okay, so you know the way to Earth. Let's write this down. Let's see where this goes. And I get that they don't want to risk the fleet because the Cylons might be there. I totally understand that. Or that she might be a Cylon and it's an ambush. But like, where are they heading? What information did they get from the nebula that the president's like, no, it's in the complete opposite direction? Is it because if they don't find Earth, it delays the inevitable of her dying because she's supposed to be this leader that leads people to Earth? This dying leader? I mean, maybe Kara's dying. Maybe the Admiral's dying. Like, maybe she's not exactly the one. I mean, she's the one with all the visions. So unless she had a vision of the way to Earth, you got to go off the information that you can. I get it. They're not explorers. They can't trust where they're going. And I understand that, but they know Starbuck. Regardless, even if she was a Cylon, they know her. Now, I always am curious about the hybrid and what the hybrid is saying, and like, is that information that we need to be paying attention to? Is every little line super important? And I don't think that there's a waste of any lines on here, but there's some that don't make any sense to me. Like nitrogen at 0.03% or something like that. Like maybe that's like what they need to change the nitrogen on the ship to, so when they get to Earth, they're prepared for our atmosphere or something. I don't know. I try to like take everything that they say and incorporate it some way, somehow. But when the hybrids said, they won't attack their own or they won't destroy their own, I was just like, humans would. Humans do it all the time. Cylons would. Not that we just saw it, but we've seen them do it before where they like kill each other, and so I was like, I don't really understand. And then to me, I was like, oh, the machines. And the fact that they wanted to lobotomize the raiders who have free will to decide not to attack their own. Oh. Well, there's that too. And then the Centurions and them removing inhibitor chips. They were inhibiting the Centurions? Oh, that is... Not that it's satisfying to watch Cavill die, but kind of is. And I like that Six wasn't getting satisfaction out of it at all. Like, she very clearly was like, I hate that I had to go this far, that I had to do this, that they wouldn't listen. And granted, like, I'm on her side if I were on their side, and I'm like, no, that sounds like a great idea. Lobotomize the raiders. Like, that's a problem. They need to follow orders. They need to follow orders. It's so funny. Mutiny. So Cavill's kind of like an Adama in a way there, huh? Woo. I found that correlation kind of sideways and twisty, but it's still like when I say certain things out loud, I was like, oh, that's just like da 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 da. So I don't know if you guys hear the screaming kid outside. She's having fun, so that's good. But now, like, the 6s and, let's see, so 6s, 8s, Leoben, and then you have the Simon, Dorals, and Cavils, and then Deanna is null and void. Wow. And, I've been really harsh about Leoben because I've only seen so many iterations from him, and even having him in this episode, I think I'm kind of being more aware of Leobens instead of just, like, brushing them off as, like, creepers. He does seem to be somebody who genuinely cares. And the fact that he was caring about the Raiders actually makes me like him more. Isn't that odd? That him caring about the Raiders being lobotomized made me care about him more. It's a strange new world over here. And I did say at the beginning, I don't know if it was this commentary, it was today, I was wearing the same shirt, but how, like, sometimes military mindsets really bother me. I don't like that we, just like we'll put somebody on the bulkhead and kill them for being mutinous or disobeying orders. And, like, I hate that mindset, but that's kind of what happened with, they didn't disobey orders, but, like, 6 having the Centurions kill the other models that voted differently is kind of like, I was like, I don't really believe in killing people because they don't do what you want them to do. Your argument's not strong enough. Like, you have to argue harder. And she was just like, or shoot them. Okay, there's that. But I will say that the military stuff of, like, retirements and the brotherhood that you get in the military, like, I'll say, like, the brotherhood with Adama and Ty and Lee with the rest of the crew, and, like, just seeing those moments of him actually retiring from service, I think were so absolutely beautiful. I feel like those moments are very earned for Lee. Like, he's been through a lot and he's letting go, and that's what he needed to do. He needed to not only let go of Starbuck in the sense of being in love with her, but, like, all the things that were kind of attached to it, and move on with his life, and even Dee. And while I still, like, I'm kind of like, I don't really buy a relationship between Lee and Kara, I do kind of get that, like, they are special to each other. And I understand that on a level with, like, certain friends that I have. So, I find myself kind of going like, okay, I get it, but I'm not going to make out with those friends, just saying. So, sometimes I'm kind of like, oh, here we go again. And, like, I never really bought the love between them. But I do believe that it's special in the fact that he's like, I believe you. Like, she needed somebody to say that to her and to believe her and mean it. And I think it means the most coming from Lee because he's not necessarily thinking emotionally. Like, he truly trusts his gut and he trusts her gut. I definitely would. I totally thought the president was going to be like, you have feelings? I have feelings. Let's go to Earth. Like, I totally thought that was going to happen because of what she said last season. But apparently the writers didn't want to correlate those two things together and make them work because it would totally have made sense. But the president's a horrible aim. I don't know if she missed on purpose because Admiral Adama saying, she's just like, well, the drugs, throw you off a little bit. And he's like, yeah, so does doubt. And I was like, okay. Maybe she didn't really want to shoot her. Maybe she just wanted to prove a point that she'd pull the trigger. I do think that Kara was ready to lay down her life and just be like, if I'm not going to Earth, then just fucking kill me because you guys are going the wrong way. I'm going to lose this. We're never going to get there. And the whole human race is doomed. And Gaius having a head Gaius, which, clearly, like, some of the physical, like, things that he did, like crossing his arms in a very feminine, very like careful and very graceful way. Like, that could have been Head 6 deciding to look like Gaius, or Gaius deciding that Head 6 should look like Gaius. Yes, but what a wonderful scene. Oh my god, not only between him and Tori, but obviously having Gaius talking to Gaius and a different iteration of Gaius talking to the Gaius that we know But that Gaius is also kind of behaving like Six a little bit, but also is like a different Gaius at the same time, because head Gaius that Six has, they're all different. God, is there anything James Callis can't do besides get another acting gig as phenomenal as this after Battlestar Galactica? Like, I'm literally just blown away by him, and I'm so upset that there's not tons of Emmys sitting on his award wall, because he deserves all of the Emmys, all of the Golden Globes, all of the things that you can get for television. It's such a shame that this genre, it takes place in space. No, thank you. We don't like that. Dumb. Okay, guys, I am so excited for the next episode. If you want to watch the full-length reaction of this episode, it will be available on my Patreon and up to 4 episodes early. But in the meantime, like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. What did you think of Head Gaius? Whoa, right? Whoa. Would you have believed Starbuck? I think they're supposed to sow doubt in the show, so you're like, oh, is she silent or anything? But I think we're all on Starbuck's side for the most part. What did you guys think about that scene between the president and the admiral? Because I was like, wow. And then Lee retiring, I thought was so beautiful. And the goodbyes and saying goodbye to Dwala and moving on from Galactica, I think is absolutely just, it was a gorgeous scene. I don't know how often we'll see Lee. I don't know if that means that, that Jamie Bamber got like another job and he's just off the show completely. I doubt it. I feel like they would have offered him kind of a juicy contract. Maybe if they had the money. I don't know. I can't even get Emmys. Just, for your consideration, higher paycheck. It's just a phenomenal show, and it just chaps my ass that like stuff like this gets ignored because there's no art. Are you kidding me? It's phenomenal shit. It is so good. A lot of people get snubbed that shouldn't be, you know? Unbelievable. But guys, come back here for the next episode. That one left me with a little bit of a, I want more taste on the tip of my tongue, and I won't be able to watch this for quite some time. So I'm just going to have to sit in it and deal with it. Probably rewatch it and analyze it. That's probably what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to go back. I should go back and I should rewatch the whole thing with the hybrid and write everything down and kind of what I think that's going to lead to. Because it's just awfully curious, the stuff that the hybrid is saying. I think it's very valid. I just don't know what most of it means. So hopefully I'll get there, and I'll probably post that on Patreon at some point, so people can have my thoughts about the the ramblings of a hybrid that might be the most important thing you'll ever hear. So guys, come back here for that. And in the meantime, I'll see ya.